chances are you're in the logistics business, but you may not even realise it. And I'm not talking here about warehousing or trucking companies. I'm actually talking about healthcare. Healthcare is a supply and demand business, especially when it comes to home and community care. So at the moment, what I'm seeing is many organisations are following that bouncing ball and shifting or expanding their operations into home and community care. So often this is actually expense adding and not capital reducing. So meaning that organisations are still paying for the bricks and mortar capital, their buildings, and what they're doing is investing or adding in the direct costs of travel. So cars, fuel, maintenance, insurance, etc. And in addition, adding the indirect costs of the travel time for the clinicians. So to me, the key is logistics management. So in my experience, I have some tips of how to make sure that that shift is both profitable and sustainable for your organisation. Firstly is scheduling optimization. So what I'm talking about here is your route planning for your clinicians and a mechanism by which you are optimizing the day of that clinician. Secondly is hubs. So clustering your supply, your clinicians, into location hubs that are geographically serviced. So you're optimizing the travel time for each of your clinicians. Thirdly is centralised intake. So a command centre that enables all the intake or the consumer demand to be brought in and allocated to the appropriate clinician. And that's through a credentialing system that ensures that your supply, your clinicians, are only able to be allocated based on the requirements of their clinician practice, their availability, their location, etc. Fourth is governance, so ensuring that you've got appropriate procedures in place that provide guidance on treatment times and service delivery. And finally, and this one is often overlooked, which is training. And this is about guidance on patient engagement. So patients are much more relaxed and comfortable in their home environments. And what we often see here is patients offering you a cup of tea, wanting to show you the grandkids' photos. So training for our staff on how to actually successfully navigate those conversations and ensure that you can effectively and efficiently provide that service and then move on to the next patient is critical. So there's some of my tips. I'd love to hear some of yours.